everyone! Today I wanted to take some time to explain to you the coach recruiting process. Now I'm going to specifically speak to coach recruiting for coaches who you have not worked with as customers before. Beachbody will provide us some education on how to take a challenger to a coach and things like that. That's all within the training that we do in our Coach Basics groups. But I would like to talk to you specifically on how to recruit people who have maybe never had an experience with Beachbody before or have never had an experience with you before. You're going to please bear with me. I'm going to be looking down because I'm going to be doing some reading as I go through the um, script. But for the most part, I'll do my best to stay focused and talk to you guys. So in the document section of both our team page and all of our training groups and things like that, you'll find that there's a coach recruiting script. And this is very, very basic. It's easy to follow. It's very similar to our challenge group script. Now, in another video where we discuss how to present yourself when you're writing an ad to get people to reach out to you about coaching, we talked about how you would be getting these people in your inbox in the first place, or your Facebook email, or whatever you guys use. So at this point, you've received an inquiry from someone, and they have responded to something that you put out there in the world about becoming a coach. So understand that's where we're starting from. You might need to tweak this if that's not how you ended up in contact with this person. For instance, just last night, I was talking to someone about joining my challenge, and she mentioned that her husband had just lost his job. So I said, I'm not sure, where that leaves you financially, but maybe we should talk about coaching instead. And then I used parts of this script, but the way that I'm going to teach it today, it's simply going to be as if they reached out to you from the very first message. So if your message said something like, email me if you are interested in this opportunity, something you might get in your inbox be something like, hey, I saw your post on Facebook. I'm interested. Can you give me more information? It's pretty common. It's kind of what I get a lot of. So you'll notice the first step of the coach recruiting script is simply, hi, something enthusiastic. I recommend putting their name in there if you can tell what it is. Interestingly enough, you can't always. And I will actually say, hey, exclamation, what's your name? Because I can't, I want to personalize things going forward, but it might just be like from Gmail or something there. So if you do know their name, put their name in there. And then the first thing I do is I let them know I'm acknowledging that they messaged me about coaching. I would love to talk to you about coaching. Let them know that I'm excited that they reached out to me. And then I immediately ask what interests them about the opportunity. What caught their eye? Something about what you wrote made them email you. I would like to know what it is. And then I really mention, hey, I would like to get to know more about you so that I can send you the most relevant information for yourself. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. This way they don't feel like I'm putting them off and not providing the information. I'm acknowledging that they do want the information, but I need some more information from them in order to give them any of that. And then finally, I actually immediately ask them to friend me on Facebook. I don't wait in this scenario because this is a conversation that could go on for quite some time. The coaching, I would say, sales cycle, if that's what you want to call it, from the day you talk to someone to the day they become a coach, is longer than a regular sale. I want them to be friends with me immediately. I want them to start seeing who I am, and if they like my humor, if they like my gratitude posts, if they like the sort of motivation that I post, etc. I want them experiencing that right away because we're going to be working on this for a while together. Now they're going to write me back something about why they are interested. Maybe they want to stay at home with their kids. They really want to get fit, and maybe they've started a journey already, and they would love to be an inspiration to someone else. Awesome, right? So I immediately write back to them, thanking them for giving me this information, obviously including their name, letting them know why I think they would be a good fit. Now, don't lie to people. If someone writes back to you and it's like the biggest sob story and they're like super depressed and you're like, oh God, no, not yet for you. Don't continue. Take them through the challenge group script. Get them started on their journey. Not everyone is a good fit for coaching at this moment. I have people who write me and say something like, well, I have crazy social anxiety and I can't talk to anybody. Okay, well, we've got some work to do. Maybe we don't sign you up today, okay? But you work on them on with like a one-to-one basis or a challenge group, whatever you can do. So you wouldn't continue. But if you do see something in there that says that they'd be a good fit, they're excited, they want to be an inspiration, they need the income, things of that nature, let them know. I must say, I think you're going to be a great fit, and I'm stoked that you're considering coaching. I can relate to, and I express to them wanting to be, I can relate to wanting to be an inspiration. I can relate to wanting my weight to not have been for nothing. I can relate to having a lot of student loans and credit card debt and not really seeing a way out of it. So let them know why you think they'd be a good fit and how you are the same as they are. And then I immediately just jump into, hey, I wanted to give you some more information to see if it would be a good fit. Like, let's just talk. I want to keep the conversation going, is sort of how I feel. So I give them 2 videos and my story. And the videos are quite short. You know what? I will actually, you got the right videos. The videos are quite short. One of them is just the Beachbody Challenge video. Now remember, these people don't know, for the most part, anything about Beachbody. So we are kind of giving them some customer information, some coach information at the same time. I also give a little video about, God, what is it? It's not the Decide video anymore. I don't know what it's called. It's just like introducing Team Beachbody. And so I provide that to give a little bit of, insight into what are they even reaching out for. Okay, so then at the end of that, they go, okay, well, I know this is what I would be doing every day. I'd be running a challenge group. And this is sort of what the job is and the company. Cool. If they're on board with that, we're good. And then the third link I provide, again, these are all very short, is a link to my story. Because these people don't know who I am yet, for the most part. They may follow you, and they may think that they know. But honestly, they don't. And again, I've said it all through every video I do, your story needs to be up somewhere. Whether it's on a blog or in a Facebook note, it needs to be readily available publicly for you to put into situations like this. So this provides them a snapshot of what they'd be doing every day, a snapshot of who Beachbody is, and a snapshot of me. And that lets them decide if they're interested in working with me or if this just isn't something that would be a good fit. I let them know a little bit about the team. I sort of say, like, fitness is first, business is second. There's a reason why we make you post your workout and your Shakeology every day in the fitness group or in the training group. It's not really necessary. It's good for business, yes, when you're new, but more than anything, it's to keep you on track. So we do lead fitness first. I let them know that we have an 8-week training process in our group, and that I will mentor a select few for myself. And then I talk a little bit about the team and how awesome the team is. And then I just end with asking them to watch the video and let me know if they could see themselves doing this. I don't ask if they like it, if they didn't like it. It's not that sort of question. It's let me know if you could see yourself doing this. That kind of gets them to go, could I see myself doing this? And then if they're not interested, no worries. We can talk about their fitness journey. That's my step 2. If they do write back and they are excited, I will tell them that I'm excited that they're excited. I mean, why not, right? And I let them know that there's some more details on my blog, and you guys anyone's more than welcome to use my blog post. You're gonna be giving them instructions to sign up, so there shouldn't be any issue with them signing up under me. And if for some reason they did, we have 72 hours to fix it anyway. It's a good post, so you can use it. If you really, really enjoy the 10 reasons to become a coach, or 10 reasons you're ready to become a coach, or whatever that blog post is, that one's a good one to share. There's another blog post called Is Network Marketing a Scam? So if you're having a conversation, you kind of feel these people out, you can provide a blog post that you think is appropriate for them based on what they've given you so far. And then I actually provide a link to the Platinum Presenters recorded webinar. It's the shorter one, not the live one. The live one's about an hour. The shorter one, there's a 22-minute one on YouTube. And a 47-minute one on the Platinum Presenter site. And depending on how detail-oriented people seem to be, I will use one or the other. Some people write back and I'm in. What do I do? Let's do it. Well, I'm not going to bore them with a 47-minute video. They're ready to go. Some people are like, well, I've got some thoughts. And in that case, I want to say, you know what, this video explains it better than I do. Here's all the real details. I'm not that good with details myself, so kind of better to just put that on another source. And then I actually end with letting them know that I usually provide everyone a personalized fitness recommendation if they're not familiar, because again, these people don't really have an experience with Beachbody for the most part. So I let them know that I offer a personal fitness program recommendation. And I ask if they want me to send the questions over for that. Now, one of two things happens here. They say, oh, no, I'm getting T25. I've been eyeing it for 6 months. Or they go, oh, God, yeah, sure. I have no idea where to start. Can you please help me? So that would indicate for me, where do I go next? So if they say yes, send the questions, I send the same challenge group questions that I send to everyone. I just use a different piece of the script, right? From a different portion. And if they're like, oh no, hip hop abs is the one. I'm stoked. Let's do this. Then I go right to the last message where I answer any relevant questions that they may have, not at great length. Again, this email is long enough. You don't need to overwhelm them, but I answer it. I do a regular program recommendation the way I do all my program recommendations. You guys have all seen them. It's like, hey, I'm picking Turbo Fire for you because I know that you enjoyed Tae Bo and you get bored easily. You did cheer in high school, so that kind of motivation is good for you. I know you're struggling with your self-esteem a little bit, and then Shirlene's really good for that. You're gonna really enjoy that it's a 16-week program versus 12. I'm excited for you to be able to grow into the program. Also, of course, everything comes with Shakeology. That's really going to help with your soda cravings that you mentioned that you had. And I really think it'll be a great way to get you to start eating breakfast since that's a struggle that you have right now. Right. Standard program recommendation. You guys have read 1,000 of them. Especially if I've mentored you, you've probably read more than you wanted to. And then I immediately go, and here's how you're going to sign up. So here's my page. I let them know to make sure that I'm their coach. If I am not, here's my coach ID and my username so that they can find me. This prevents, I never have coaches sign up under their own coach because I'm really clear with how to do it. I give them very step-by-step instructions of what's going to happen. Set some expectation. So screen by screen, they go, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm not getting nervous. I'm not scared. Like, we're good, right? I let them know that this is the opportunity to get the Turbo Fire that I mentioned with the meal planner and your sign-up fee waived for $180, which is an amazing deal. I also let them know that it's not necessary, but if they didn't come in on a challenge pack of some kind, they would have some trouble, joining the training course because you have to have the Shakeology and a workout program. And again, for the most part, these people don't have either. So, and then I'm kind of, tongue in cheek, does it make sense? Are you asleep? I know that was long. And just let them know I'm excited to have them on the team. And from here, what will usually happen is they will reply to you with, okay, I'm going to need X number of days to come up with this kind of funny. Let me think about it. Let me talk to my husband, etc. That's wonderful. This is a big decision. You are asking them not only to get fit, but you're asking them to start a company with you. That's okay. They need some time. They have people to talk to. And I say, awesome. No worries. My next training class starts on, it's just December 2nd, let's say. Like, I'll just pick a date. So let's make sure we stay in touch because I want to make sure you get into that training class so you can be trained by the new year. Or if it was, in November, it'd be so you can be trained by the new year. Actually, that would work. Or if it was starting in January, so that we can get you going during the busy time of the year. Whatever the benefit of them joining that particular training class would be. And then if they mention their spouse, I say, absolutely. If they have questions, write them down, come back to me, or I can jump on the phone with you guys as a three-way call. Feel free to provide them my Facebook page, my blog, etc. Any other information that they might need because they might not be as excited as you are. And that's understandable because we've been talking and they haven't. So we'll understand that a little bit. So be really reasonable with the things that they have to go handle in order to become a coach on your team. What's really interesting about this is that as you do this, again, the cycle from the time you talk to them to the time they sign up is quite a bit longer. But you do this more and more, and you will sign coaches unexpectedly because you will have talked to someone 6 weeks ago, and then they finally got the money, they finally convinced their spouse, they're finally ready, whatever's going on, and they're able to do it. I signed, I think, 4 coaches last week that I did not talk to this month. They were from September and October. So what's cool about this is you keep these conversations going, you set that tone, you set those expectations, you stay in touch, And you're able to assign coaches maybe later as well, as people think about it or start their journey or whatever. So that's my video on how to use the coach script. I hope it helps you, and I hope you get lots of contacts to use it on. Don't forget to follow up if they don't answer you. Life is busy, and asking people to watch videos and fill out questions is kind of a lot, especially if they're used to doing things on their phone. One of the videos doesn't work on their phone, and answering those questions can be difficult. So make sure you follow up with people, let them know, hey, I know we talked about coaching, the next training class is coming up. I just want to touch base with you to see if you're ready yet. Whatever it is, because it is a process to bring people onto the team. But if you walk them through all of this and they join your team, they're going to be amazing coaches. They're going to be wonderful people to have in your life. You basically hand select your crew that you want to work with. And for me, I get to work with some of the most amazing women I've ever met because of this process. And no one comes in the wrong way. No one comes in just signing up and sits there inactive and doesn't do training. Like when my coaches come in, they start right. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it brings you lots of success.